Welcome back. Next on our list is kind of an oddball. This is the Camillus Stroud endorsed jungle knife. They don't call it a machete, and what they asked for this thing when it came out made me cringe even more than when I saw the price on the Bear Grylls Parang. Stroud being a little more my favorite between the two on their survival shows. Just like his style a little better. I feel he tends to be a little more independent. However, I do like some of his knife designs, so I use them by other manufacturers, not necessarily his. Now, this knife, a little heavier than I expected once I got it out. Very, very thick, heavy spine here. Makes it a lot heavier of a chopper than when I initially thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little more thin of a jungle parang style knife. However, it's not. It's also got a steel reinforced pommel down here, a nice heavy pommel. Very useful for tent stakes getting mashed in, breaking up things you need cracked, opening muscles, clams, whatever. It's a hammer, and it will function really well as a hammer. It has a little bit of a pry tip to it. You can see that on the video a little clearly. More of a chisel tip up here, not just a sharp point of a rounded point. Two benefits to that. A little easier to sharpen than a round tip. Round tip, you go across the curve, really good to slice your knuckles on. A little harder to sharpen. Whereas in just having a flat edge there, you can chisel point, real easy to sharpen it. So that's nice, whether you find a stone or bring one or whatever. They do come with a fire steel. I got mine from an open package on discount, so I've got enough fire steels lying around, not a big deal. So for me, it wasn't worth paying the extra, so I liked getting my discount on that. Now, because of how thick it is, it does have some weight to it, but it's got a nice heft to it. It's a good balance. Very, very happy with the feel for it. I went through some 2x4s with this thing, and it went right through a lot faster than any real thin machetes because of that weight, and the balance was nice. It really didn't wear out. It's got a fairly heavy-duty sheath, still nylon, nothing unusual about that. But the one downside to this, if you can't get it on clearance or on sale, these are expensive. I got this for under 20 bucks on clearance. If it hadn't been that inexpensive, I would not have bought it. When they first came out with them, and still a lot of places are asking 70 bucks for these. It's a nice knife. It's not worth $70. It's just honesty. Alright, there's plenty of knives out there that'll do the job great. I'm not going to say this is going to do 10 times better than what your cheap little $7 machete will do. No, I'd rather have 4 or 5 of the cheap ones and keep them all over the place for when I needed one. Oh, look, there's a machete right there. But I do like it. It's a nice blade, but it is not worth that expense. If you can get it on clearance super cheap somewhere, by all means. But do not spend $70 on any machete in my book. Alright, maybe a custom-made high carbon blade that's basically a functional battle sword, but not for a short blade, heavy jungle knife. It works well for what it's intended to do, but it would be a lot nicer at a better price point. Any questions or comments, please let me know.